The heart and soul of the Fossil brand is about being unique and being creative and being authentic. Everyone in this building has some kind of creativity and authentic quality about them. It was important for us to find a design firm that could understand our brand and then translate it into the design of the building.
We had been in our old property for many years and had really outgrown the space, and our workforce was split across 3 different campuses. So creativity and collaboration is something very important to Fossil, but was very hard to do across the 3 campuses.
Originally, this building looked and felt very corporate. It was closed off, compartmentalized, it had dated materials.
The biggest challenge for this 500,000 square foot project was that it was precisely an environment that they did not want to have. It was 2 separate, almost completely cut off structures. Each of those structures was very highly compartmentalized, and the Fossil organization wanted something that was much more open, collaborative, and creative as an environment. So we had to almost completely transform that into a different type of building than it was when we started. Compounding that problem was the fact that they had a very short suspense time. We had 8 months from contract award to construction completion, and that presented a very daunting challenge for the entire design team as well as the client.
We chose Corgan to be our partner based on the interview process, and they were really the only firm that came into the process with definitely some ideas about what the space could do and how it could work for Fossil, but more starting a conversation with us about what was important to us in the building, what was important in our culture, and how that needed to translate into space and the way we worked.
Corgan's different than other firms. We start every interiors project sitting down at the table with our clients, not just to hear about the project needs, but to understand their brand. What we want to do in the design is bring their brand to the forefront. Collaboration with our clients is the single most important part of our process.
The biggest challenge of this project for Corgan to redesign the space was combining the 2 buildings that make this whole complex up. Where I'm standing, they actually had to remove a structural wall to be able to have a passage between the 2 buildings and open up the space.
Some of the things that came out of the collaboration sessions were the cafe, the auditorium, and the library. And all 3 of those were things that we hadn't originally visioned in the campus and definitely did not have at our old facility, but they're the heart and soul of where we are today. Our primary design element for this building was authenticity, which is key to everything that Fossil does, and Corgan was really able to bring that to life through the design and visioning of this building.
The Fossil brand is all about being authentic, so everything from the mid-century modern light fixtures to the furniture, even the little number plates on the lockers and the servery fronts in the cafe, it all had this great mid-century modern vibe. We also really wanted to be authentic to what the building provided to us. So we found these great tables that the previous tenant had left behind. We refinished those, put some new legs on them, and put them in the cafe. We also found this great product. It was actually reclaimed wood from a textile mill in Virginia. And we used that in the lobby, we used it throughout the library space, and then throughout the entire campus as a vertical wayfinding element.
Connection was the second key design element for Fossil.
The entire campus of buildings was oriented around a central green space courtyard. The main entrance for the entire facility was realigned on axis with this green space, created a very dynamic environment. Within the office environments, a lot of glass, conference areas, hangout spaces, break spaces that were visible to each other, to the office floors, lowered office floor partitions so that there would be an increased amount of contact, visual contact between creative staff, increasing the amount of serendipitous meeting that is a very integral part of the Fossil culture.
The authenticity of the building itself was brought in by us stripping down the paint off of the concrete columns. We took away the existing ceiling and exposed the concrete slab. We polished the original concrete floor. We demolished all of the offices that were built along the perimeter windows. We punched a hole through the second floor to create a 2-story lobby, as well as punching holes through the 3rd floor to create the skylights.
Our people were really at the center of what we wanted this building to do for us. Through the cafe, serving incredible food for breakfast and lunch, the Starbucks, the fitness center, and the expanded company store. We just wanted to provide great amenities for our people so that they knew how important they were to the company.
Corgan transformed this building that was a horrid corporate office into a beautiful and inspiring place to work. It's open, it's airy, it promotes collaboration, and it actually makes us as employees want to come to work every day.